Hello, hello. It's another episode 40, I think. It's getting colder. It's definitely getting colder. Snow doesn't go away anymore. It's -10. But there's still progress. The company that installs the roof, because I cannot do it, you need a big crane and you need some experience. It's actually nice if a roof is straight, so those are two big green beams. They are protected with impregnating solution. Let's go there soon. Just want to show you. I'm standing on the middle of the pond. That's cool. Food bucket. Not sure what that's all about. Okay, let's go there. The company had to cut a tree to have enough space for the crane. The crane is now down because they're not gonna work this weekend. And you know, if there's like a snowstorm or whatever, it's safer if the crane is down. We have the max overhang. It's roughly 80 centimeters. It does look a little bit more than 80 though. They maybe made it too long and then they can always cut it to size. I guess that's the idea. So this company does only the beams. So they make the skeleton frame of the roof. Then I install the last bit of bricks on the front and the back, because there's like the last point. I need 5 degrees for that, because that's with concrete. So yeah, there's no hurry with the roof, but they can start. But this was the tree. I already cut one side, like one side was leaning to the house, so that had to go for sure. And now the rest had to go. It is what it is. It's a bit of a shame, but yeah. To be fair, it wouldn't be proper lumber anyway, because this was an extremely hanging tree, so it would definitely warp like crazy. And it's slightly too thin. It looks thick, but it's 3 separate branches, and then you know. So the idea is to bring this all home. That's step 1 of this video. Let me get the tractor. Or let me first walk up, that's actually fun. I'm happy I'm not building a roof with this weather. Like, I saw there were 2 people, 2 guys. And they're quite experienced, but they were working with -10 and they said it's too cold, they said, so they're gonna wait a bit. Or maybe they're gonna work half days or something like that. Like around 0 degrees, it's actually comfortable when you're active. But with -10, your hand starts to get cold. Your throat hurts from the air. So yeah. So they put a piece of rubberized felt to avoid moisture coming up into the beam. Keeps the beam dry. And that's why we had all those bolts installed. Because basically the bolts hold the roof together, so it doesn't slide off down. And on the other side the same. Oh, it's pretty. I like winter. It's pretty, but it's hard to get things done in winter. Everything takes a bit longer, but okay. It's still better than doing nothing. Ooh. Okay. Man, you know, this looks scary, but like if you walk on snow, it always collects under your boots and then you don't want to fall off. I'm gonna keep the biggest one. I'm gonna make it slightly shorter. Maybe I can get some wood out of that. Luckily this does start in general. Okay, that's more manageable. Just want it out of here. It's way too cold to cut it all in small pieces here. Let me see what I can do with this mess. That's a lot of work for a little reward, but okay. It's actually quite nice to start a fire with it, so. Chain is I think not sharp enough for this, but in my defense I think there's some fencing there and maybe a nail, so yeah. Still good enough. That's like a meter of birch, something like that. This went all fine, but then here, you see, this is stones and sand in the middle. My chain wasn't happy somewhere here, got stuck, so I went from this side. But yeah, of course you never have the same angle. And then here I got a bit stuck. I actually have a longer bar, but for one tree that's also not the effort. And I want to save the big bar for only for milling, not for this stuff. So that's done. It's 3 big pieces. Let me clean up. Oh, the sun is probably blocking you. Let me clean up the mess, the sticks and stuff. You know, all the, like, if the stick is like let's say if it's a little bit more than an inch, then I'm happy to burn it. It's nice for fire starter. And yeah, the big plus is if I don't do that, I have mountains of this crap and I don't want to burn it. So if it's less than an inch, 2.5 centimeters, then I just compost it, and that goes quick enough. So yeah, let's do I think a time lapse. This is good. Let's cut this last pieces up. Saves my back if I cut it here. They're heavier than you think. sofa.
I'm gonna leave a little bit. That tire looks a bit tired. I don't know if I can even drive through. We'll see. You know, it's two-wheel drive.
I have to walk for a nice shot for you, actually.
Stay in love with this view. Hard to beat that one, but whew. It's fresh.